Welcome to Google Sheet tutorial. Today, I'll teach you how I have created my client tracker in Google Sheet. So with the help of this client tracker, you can completely track all your clients and what is going to be the deal value for each and every clients and the contact information, everything you'll be easily able to track with the help of this particular client tracker. It also comes with the dashboard, so where it comes with the required graphs and the key pointers at the top. So first, I'll show you how this dashboard is going to look like. Here's how my client tracker dashboard will look like. So you can see the key pointers at the top, the required graphs we have over here. And then below this one, we have the important table. So where we have the complete client details like the ID, the information of the client, like the basic information like the phone number, email address, the address, and the different other categories we have like what is going to be priority and all these things we have over here. So I'll teach you from scratch how you can actually create a client tracker like this on Google Sheet. Let's get started. So first, let me try to select these cells over here and then let's try to merge and center this one. So here I'll have the name as client tracker and we can also go and name the sheet as client tracker. So here this cell, this is going to be a title. So I'll just try to completely highlight this. So I'll make this bold and increase the size of this one. So also I'll just try to fill this with the color. So at the top, let me try to give some space for our key pointers and the dashboard to be there. So then below this one, let's try to have the complete table. So first I'll try to have over here. So first I'll have the ID, then I'll have the client name over here. Next, I'll have what is going to be the phone number, then the email address of the client, then the address of the client. So like which address they are located. So we can just try to have these details. And then I'll have what is going to be the client type. So there can be some different client types. So then I'll have which date we have contacted them. So I'll have date contacted and the deadline date. So deadline date to close the deal. So we'll have that. So then we'll have what is going to be the priority. Then we'll have the source. So from which source the particular client we have got, like whether through like website or ads or social media. So how we have got this particular client, we can just try to have it over here. Then we'll have the deal value. Next, we'll have what is going to be the status for that particular client. Next, I'll have which sales person is going to be assigned for this particular client. Then I'll have the comments over here. So I'll just try to go and adjust the width of these columns. So I'll completely select the title column over here. And let's try to increase the size of this. I'll make this bold and also let's make this center line. Also, I can just try to fill this with the color. So I'll just try to fill this with this particular color. So now let me try to go and enter the table over here. So like the details over here. So let me say the client is going to be like 101 is going to be the client ID. And let's call the client is going to be John. And his phone number, I'll just give whatever is going to be the phone number. And then let's say john@tisk.com. So I'm just giving a random email address. And then we can even have the complete address over here. So I'm just trying to say over here as Seattle. I'm just trying to say. So you can even try to enter the entire address over here. Then here we'll have the client type. So for client type, there can be like different kinds of client, like whether they're corporate client, the retail client, or like let's say for a university kind of client, like a small scale client. Like this multiple types of clients we can have. So for that one, what we can do is we can just try to have a particular drop down. So what I'll do is I'll just try to go and then I'll say insert a drop down over here. So first, let's say we're going to have corporate. Then let's try to have a retail client. Then let's try to have some university kind of client. So these are going to be some of the different clients we are going to have. So I'll just give done. And then let me try to completely flash fill this over here. So let's say this client is going to be a corporate client. And the date contacted, let's say I've contacted on 2nd September 2025. And then the deadline date, let's consider it's going to be like 30th September 2025 is going to be the deadline date. And here we have the priority. So even for priority, like there can be like different priorities, like high priority, low priority, or medium priority task. So here we'll have the priority wise client. So here also I can just try to have a drop down. So I'll insert a drop down. So first I'll have low priority, then I can have medium priority, then I can have high priority. So these are going to be the three priorities we are going to have. So this one also I'll just try to completely fill it over here. So here, let's say there's going to be a medium priority client. And next is we'll have source. So from which source we have got the client. So even for this, we can try to have a drop down. So I'll go to insert and then create a drop down. So first, let's try to have website. So website can be one source from where we can try to get clients. Then we can have social media. So where we can get clients. Then we can have ad campaigns. So that can be another source. Then we can even have referral. So that can be another source. So like this, we have different sources, right? So I'll just try to give done. So here I have the complete source. So you can see we'll get it. So let's say this particular client we've got from social media. So next is we have the deal value. So what is going to be the deal value? So let's say the deal value is going to be like $13,500 is going to be the deal value. So this complete column is going to be formatted as US dollars. So I'll just try to format this as US dollars over here. Next is we'll have the status. So what is going to be the status? So whether the deal has been closed, the deal has been lost, or whether it's inside the pipeline. So we can have like this different kind of status. So I'll try to go and add a drop down over here. So let me say the drop down is going to be like in pipeline. Then we can have deal closed. Then we can have deal lost. So these can be some of the status we can have. So this one also I'll just try to completely flash fill over here. So here I'll say this is going to be in pipeline. Next we have the salesperson. So for this client is assigned to which salesperson. So for that we can again create a drop down like having a list of all our salesperson. So let's say I'm going to have Sam, and then like we'll have Albert. Then let's say we're going to have yes. So these three people are going to be the salesperson. So I'll give done, and then I'll just try to flash fill this. So let's say Albert is going to be salesperson for this. And then here we can try to have some comments about this particular client. So any comments, it can be like whether for this project they are there, or any, if you want to add anything, you can just try to add. So let's say they are there for like web development project. So we've got this client. So like this, I can just try to add the comments for that particular client over there. So now let me try to go and add the other clients. So let's say one or two. So like this, I'll just try to add like few clients, like 5 clients. I'll just try to add it. So the next client, let's have them as David. Then the other clients, I'll have Ish. And then we'll have Narun. Then William. So these are going to be some of the different clients. So I can just give some random numbers for them. So I can just try to have the email address, the address of them. So now I'll just come to the client type of them. So here, let's say this is going to be a retail client. So let's say one is going to be university, other are going to be corporate clients. So the date contacted and the deadline date, I'm just trying to have it over here. So similarly, I can just try to give it. So I'll say 3rd September 2025, they were contacted. So the other one, let's say 5th September 2025, then 10th September 2025, and then 11th September 2025. So these are going to be the different clients, and the deadlines we can have like 25th September 2025. So the others, we can just try to have it as 30th September 2025. So the last we'll have it as 5th October 2025. So these are going to be the clients. So now we need to have the priority. So let's say it's going to be a low priority client. So the others, let's consider these as high priority, and one is again medium priority client, we'll have it. So the different channels, let's say this from web, like website, ad campaign, and then from referrals, I can just say it. And then here we'll have the deal value. So let's say $5,600. So the other one is going to be $12,000. The next one we'll consider it as $9,800, and the other one $7,600. So next we have the status. So we'll say this deal has been closed, this deal has been closed, and one deal we'll say this lost, and then this in pipeline we'll have it. So let's assign this to the salesperson, and we can have the comments over here. So like this, we can try to add multiple clients on this particular table. So you can just try to completely add all your client list over here, and then you can easily able to track with the help of this table. So now we have added. Let's try to go at the top, and then let's try to create a dashboard for this. So to create a dashboard, I'll just try to completely select this. I'll say merge center. So similarly like this, I'll just try to have it over here. I'll copy paste this over here. So here, let me try to have what is going to be the total deals we have. Then we'll have here, we'll have like deals 1, and then here we'll have deals lost. So how many deals we have lost, how many deals we have won. 1, we'll just try to have it over here. So next to this, we'll just try to have over here. So here, I'll just try to have some other key pointers. So I'll just copy and paste this over here. So here we can have what is going to be the like deals in the pipeline. So how many deals we have in the pipeline. So I can just try to have this over here. Then, so value of deals 1, and then here I can have value of deals lost. So this one we'll have it. So I'll just try to completely select all the key pointers over here, and let's try to do the formatting. I'll increase the size of this. So I'll make this bold, and also I'll make this center aligned. Also, I can just try to draw the all line borders for this one. So I'll completely select all these headings title over here, and then let's try to fill all this with a similar color. So let's try to fill this with this color. So here now I need to go and enter what is going to be the total deals. So if I want to have the total deals, so I'll say is equal to count A, and then I'll open the brackets. So here, if I just try to completely select this, and then if I say count A, so here I'll get totally 5 deals are there, right? So easily we'll be able to count the total number of deals we have. So here, if I want to find the deals 1, then what I need to do is I'll say is equal to, here we'll be using the countif formula. So I'll say countif deals 1 are nothing but here on the status, you can say in pipeline deal closed is nothing but deals 1, right? So I'll completely select this. I'll give a comma. So inside the quotation, the criteria is going to be deal closed, right? So that's going to be the criteria. So now when I enter, you can see 2 deals have been closed. So we'll be easily able to get it. Next is deal lost. So here also we'll be using the countif formula. So I'll say is equal to countif. I'll open the brackets. I'll completely select the range over here. I'll give comma, and the criteria is going to be deal lost is going to be the criteria. So when I select, see here, I'll get totally 1 deal has been lost, 2 deals we have won. We'll be easily able to get it. So next we have deals in the pipeline. So here, if you want to calculate what is going to be deals in the pipeline, so I'll say is equal to. So similarly, here also I'll be using the countif formula. So I'll say is equal to countif. I'll completely select the status over here, and then the criteria is going to be in pipeline is going to be the criteria. I'll enter. So here you can see like totally 5 deals, 2 in pipeline, 2 won, and 1 lost. So we'll be able to get it. Next is we need to find the value of deals 1. So whatever deals we have closed, so how much is the value of that one we need to find out, and what is the value of deals we've lost. So to create that, I am using the sum is formula. So here we have a condition, and then we need to find the sum. So I'll say is equal to sum if, and then I'll just try to I'll say is equal to sum if. I'll open the brackets. First is I need to select the criteria range. So I'll just try to completely select the criteria range over here, and then the criteria is nothing but deal closed is going to be the criteria, right? I'll give comma, and then from where I want to find the sum. So here is where the deal value So here, after giving the comma, So I'll go and select the deal value. So this is going to be the range over here. And then I'll close the brackets. Now when I enter, you can see $17,600 worth of deals have been closed currently, right? So here similarly, I'll just try to come over here. So value of deals lost. So the value of deals lost, if I want to calculate, so the easiest way is that similarly I'll use the SUMIF formula. So I'll select the SUMIF. So first I'll select the complete status, the criteria, and then the criteria is going to be deal lost. So that's going to be the criteria. So I'll close the quotations. Then I'll come and I'll completely select the sum range over here. So now when I enter, you can see this is going to be the deal lost. So here I'll format this as US dollars. So these are going to be some of the 6 important key pointers I have at the top. Next is we can try to create some graphs. So according to the client type, we can just try to create a graph. So I'll just try to come over here. So we have corporate, then we have retail, and then university clients, right? So these are going to be the clients. So I'll just try to count the values. So I'll say count if, and then I'll open the brackets. So here I want to count from this particular client type. So I'll completely select, and then I'll give comma. So here the criteria is going to be corporate. So that's going to be the criteria. So I'll close and I'll enter. So here you can see 3 corporate I have. So I'll just try to do the absolute referencing for this particular formula so that I can just try to. So I'll just try to flash fill. So here we have got the complete client list, right? So I'll just try to select this one, and then I'll go to insert, and then I'll create a chart. So here is my chart. So from this help of this chart, you can easily see how many percentage of my client is going to be from university clients, like corporate. Easily we'll be able to see it. So similarly, we can also try to change the colors according to our theme colors. So I'll just try to go and change it. So we'll have this. Also, we can just try to add the title for this one. So I'll have the title as, so client type, right? So this is going to be the title. I'll just try to have this as central line. So here we have the first graph. Next is we have the priority wise task, right? So for that also we can just try to count how many priority wise tasks we have. So I'll have low, then I'll have medium, and then I'll have high priority task. So here also I'll use the countif, and then let me try to find the counting value. So I'll say is equal to countif, and then I'll completely select the range. I'll give comma. So the criteria is going to be nothing but low is going to be the criteria. I'll close it. So I'll just try to do the absolute referencing over here so that we can just try to flash fill this, and I'll press enter. So here I'll just try to flash fill. So here I've got how many low priority, high priority clients I have. I'll completely select this. I'll go to insert, and then I'll create a chart. So I'll convert the chart into a bar chart like this. So here I have. So I'll go and change the color of this bars to a green color like this. Also, let's try to have the chart title as, so client by priority. So we will have it, and I'll also center line this. So here you can see how many number of clients we have, like by priority. We'll be easily able to see it. Next is we can also try to create for the source as well, and for the salesperson. So let's try to do for the source. So we have different source like social media, then we have website, then we have referral, and we have ad camp. So these are the 4 different criteria we have. So here also I'll use the countif formula. So I'll say countif. I'll open the brackets. So here I'll completely select the source, and then I'll give comma, and I'll select the criteria is going to be social media. I'll close it. So here I'll do the absolute referencing, and I'll press enter. So I also flash fill this one. So here you can see 1 from social media, 1 from website, 2 from referral, and 1 from ad campaign. So I'll completely select this, and then let's try to go and create a chart. Let's try to have a a column chart over here. So I'll just try to have this chart at the top, and then let's try to have the chart title as client source, and I'll just centerline this one. Also, I can just try to go and change the colors of this one, this color. So here I have. So here I have created my client tracker from scratch. You can see first I have created the complete table over here, then the key pointers and the required graphs we have at the top. So with the help of these graphs and the key pointers, we can easily track like how many deals are being closed, what is going to be the worth of each and every deal, everything you'll be easily able to track with the help of this particular client tracker. So if you wish to use this particular client tracker, I have given the link in the description. You can try to go and download this client tracker from there. Also, I have created multiple templates for small businesses like the sales CRM, sales pipeline, like profit and loss statement, and many more. So if you wish to use these particular templates, you can visit my website plrdeck.com and then download these templates from there. So the great thing is that these templates are available for both Google Sheet and Excel. And it comes with master resale rights and commercial rights, where you can try to edit these templates as per your wish and then share it with as many people you like. I hope you'd have liked this video. Please do give a like and then subscribe my channel for more such content. Thank you for watching this tutorial. I'll see you in another Excel or Google Sheet tutorial.